Have you ever felt a quiet ache in your soul? A sense that there's a conversation happening all around you, a melody playing just on the other side of silence, and you're desperate to tune in? You're not alone. In fact, that feeling, that deep, spiritual homesickness, might be one of the most universal human experiences there is. Maybe you've tried to find the address for this home you're longing for. You've looked at maps offered by organized religion, and while some of the scenery was beautiful, the path itself didn't quite feel like it was made for your feet. The language was someone else's. The gates felt like they had conditions. And so, you've been navigating your own way, a seeker, a traveler, maybe even a little bit lonely in your search. If that resonates with you, if you feel that profound pull toward a God you may not even be sure how to define, but you feel in your bones is real, then please, get comfortable. This video is a letter to you. This isn't about doctrine or dogma. This is about direct dialing. It's about the unmistakable voice of the divine, how it speaks specifically to you, and the incredibly beautiful thing it's inviting you to do next. Let's give that longing a name. Let's call it your soul's memory of its source. It's a homesickness for God. And the cure for that kind of homesickness isn't a postcard or a description. It's the experience of finally walking through the front door. I want you to think of a time, and maybe you have to reach for it, when the world just fell away. Maybe you were under immense stress, carrying a weight you didn't think you could bear. The noise in your head was a chaotic chorus of fear, doubt, and what ifs. And then something cut through it. It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet, profoundly quiet. Perhaps it was the way your dog looked at you with utter, uncomplicated love. Maybe it was the crest of a wave, perfect and powerful, that momentarily took your breath away. Maybe it was a piece of music that didn't just enter your ears, but seemed to rearrange the very molecules in your chest. Or maybe it was in the devastating stillness after a loss, where an inexplicable peace held you up when nothing else could. In that moment, something shifted. It wasn't intellectual, it was experiential. A wave of pure knowing washed over you. And every single fear, every anxiety, they didn't just get quiet, they vanished. Not because you fought them, but because in the blinding light of this connection, their shadows ceased to exist. You were not a problem to be solved. You were a beloved child, utterly known, utterly held, and utterly safe. There were no words. Language is a tool for a world of separation, and in that moment, you were immersed in unity. This is God's first language. It's called revelation. It's a direct personal download of truth and love. It's your soul recognizing its source. And crucially, it's a gift. It can't be earned like a salary. It can only be received like a sunrise. I invite you to press pause for just a moment. Right now. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and see if you can recall one of those moments in your own life. However fleeting, don't force it. Just let it surface. Feel the echo of that peace in your body. That was real. That was God, whispering your name. Remember that feeling. That's your North Star. Now, these moments are breathtaking, but they are, by nature, temporary. We are human beings. We can't live permanently on the mountaintop of transcendence. We have to come back down. We have jobs, responsibilities, traffic, and bills to pay. And it's here that we can feel a sense of loss. The memory of that connection can start to feel like a dream, and the noise of the world can feel overwhelmingly real. We can start to doubt it ever happened. But here is the crucial, life-changing shift in perspective. That moment of connection was never meant to be a museum piece you visit in your memory. It was a spark, and a spark's entire purpose is to start a fire down here in the ordinary world. That immense love you experienced, it's dynamic, it's creative, it wants to flow through you. It's too powerful to be contained. The conversation with God now moves from a beautiful private monologue to you, to a dynamic dialogue with you. That feeling of boundless love now asks a question: how can we express this? How can we make this real? right here, right now, in this very human life of yours. This is where we move from the vertical connection, you to God, to the horizontal connection, you to everyone else. This is where we participate in healing, not in a dramatic laying on of hands way, but in the most profound way possible, by being a conduit for that same love we received. Now let's zoom out. Think about that core feeling of separation, that homesickness. What if that's not just your personal problem, or mine? What if it's a kind of collective amnesia? A world that has, in many ways, forgotten its connection to the divine, and therefore forgotten its connection to itself. Now let's zoom out. Think about that core feeling of separation, that homesickness. What if that's not just your personal problem, or mine? What if it's a kind of collective amnesia? A world that has, in many ways, forgotten its connection to the divine, and therefore forgotten its connection to itself. And here is the part that will change how you see your entire life. You have a specific, vital, and irreplaceable role to play in this mending. This isn't a generic call for everyone to be nice. This is a targeted, personalized assignment. Your life, with all its unique joys, its specific heartbreaks, its peculiar set of skills and passions, has not happened to you by accident. It has shaped you for a purpose. You are a unique instrument, perfectly crafted to play a specific note in the symphony of healing. There is a kindness that only you can give in your way. There is a truth that only you can speak with your voice. There is a hole in the universe, shaped exactly like your gifts, and if you don't fill it, it remains empty. This isn't about being special in an elitist way. It's about accepting that you are essential. A mosaic isn't a mosaic if a single tile is missing. The picture of a whole, healed, connected world cannot be completed without you. So, the million-dollar question: how do you know what your specific role is? How do you know what note to play today? If God has a personalized assignment for you, how do you get the memo? The answer is beautifully simple. It requires no special education, no ordination. It only requires a shift from seeking external validation to cultivating an internal connection. It requires moving from asking, "What should I believe?" to asking, "How would you have me love?" It starts with a simple, courageous, and daily act. Ask. In the quiet of your morning, in the shower, on your commute, just whisper inside, "God, what would you have me do today? Who needs a touch of your love through me? Guide my thoughts, my words, my actions. Show me one person I can help. Show me one place I can bring peace." And then, listen, tune in. This guidance doesn't usually come as a thunderclap. It's more intimate. It's the language of intuition. It might be a sudden, persistent thought about someone you haven't seen in years. It might be a feeling of compassion replacing your irritation in a tense meeting. It might be a simple, clear knowing to listen instead of talk, to pause instead of react, to offer help instead of judgment. This guidance is practical, it is personal, and it is always, always rooted in love. You can test it. If the impulse feels fearful, anxious, ego-driven, or seeks recognition, it's likely not from that sacred space. The voice of God is consistently gentle, reassuring, and empowering. It never shames. It only ever invites. Let's make this tangible. Today, I want you to try this. Find 2 minutes of quiet. Set a timer if you need to. Ask the question, "How can I serve love today?" Then, just breathe. The first thought or feeling that arises, maybe it's text your sister, or compliment your barista, or be patient with yourself. Trust that. That's your assignment for the day. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. Now here is the most beautiful and paradoxical secret of this entire journey. When you act on that guidance, when you extend that kindness, when you offer that patience, when you become the vessel for that healing love, something miraculous happens within you. You heal yourself. In that moment of connection with another, you are actively remembering the truth. The person in front of you ceases to be a stranger, an opponent, or a project. They are revealed as your brother, your sister, another beloved part of creation, and in recognizing their inherent worth, you unconsciously affirm your own. In offering them grace, you accept it into your own heart. In reminding them they are not alone, you feel your own connection to God become more solid than ever. You become a living link in a chain of awakening. It's a beautiful, divine loop. You receive a gift of peace from God. You give it away freely in an act of love, and in the very act of giving, you receive the gift again, multiplied. Your small act of kindness becomes a miracle, not because it defies physics, but because it collapses the illusion of separation. It transcends time, healing the past and shaping a future rooted in connection. That longing in your heart, that homesickness, it is not a curse, it is your compass. It is the most reliable part of you calling you back to your source. You don't need a translator. You don't need a special badge. The direct line is open. God speaks to you through moments of breathtaking peace, and then through the quiet, daily whispers that guide you to become an expression of that peace on earth. Your purpose is not to fix the entire world alone. Your purpose is to heal the part of the world that your life touches, with the unique love that only you can give. Ask, listen, act. This is the conversation. This is the path. A direct, vibrant, and personal relationship with God is not a distant fantasy. It is the breathtaking, life-changing birthright of every single one of us. If this felt like a reminder of a truth you've always carried, please pay it forward. Share this with one person who you feel might need this message today. And if you want to continue this journey together, please subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you for your beautiful, seeking heart. Remember, God is speaking. All you have to do is learn how to listen, and you already know how.